It's Book of Eli, but Denzel's got his dong out the whole time. That's basically what we're doing.
Thank you for finally allowing me to rant.
Yeah,
He uses his dick as a blind person stick. What are they called? A blind person stick. Fuck me. Hey, welcome to Scripty Business. I'm Welsh, he's Murray, and here's the deal. Every week, we take 3 completely random words, a huge challenge from our Wheel of Doom, and try to improvise a feature-length Hollywood movie script idea on the fly. This week, things got completely out of hand. We got slapped about by that wheel spin for sure. We're taking on Marital Strife, Apocalyptic Orgies, and an even bigger book. Let's get into it. Murray, the movie we're making this week is based off of Cabin, Feather, Refine. A husband and wife going through marital issues.
Go into a pop-up sex store
where their understanding of each other on an emotional level is challenged.
But when they return, it's completely disappeared.
What? Okay. Magic.
This movie opens with like a medium shot of them having the most mediocre sex you've ever seen in cinematic history. It is vanilla. It's boring. They both look kind of embarrassed and sad. A little bit of, and then it stops. And he rolls off of her.
Neither finishes.
Yeah, he pretends to finish.
And the man gets up and he's basically fully dressed. Like, he still has his socks on, like that level.
He's fully
right?
dressed. Is he a never nude?
There are dozens of us.
Not necessarily. We'll explore that as we go. But like literally takes the sheets off and just zips up and just walks to the door. No stank, no sweat, no nothing.
The camera kind of pans through the room as he goes, and you can see that she is also mostly dressed. But they were both underneath the sheets.
She's just putting on earrings, but she's still like in a dress and heels. It's just like ready to go. So the doorbell rings. He opens the door, and there is a courier at the door. Package for Mr. Smithson. That's such a basic name, I'm sorry. I was going to say Mr. Smith, but...
And he goes, yes, I am Mr. Smithson. He kind of trips on his own name.
And the courier sort of looks confused at that. Goes, sign here, please. And Mr. Smithson signs it, takes the package. And it's like A4 sized. So it's like a rectangle box. You know, not flat, not flat, but like that dimension-wise. Width and length, height considerably more. It's a box.
Of a book.
Great. Okay, yeah.
He said A4! It rattles.
Rattly book. He opens the box, and yeah, there's a book with chains on it inside. Fuck me. I know what we've just done.
And it's all like patchwork. It's like, it looks like someone has kind of stitched this book back together by hand. Like,
yes.
Yeah. It's almost creepy, but the person who's done it has like stitched it with like lace and like ribbon and stuff, so it has a bit more of like a sexy vibe versus the horrifying patchwork of like flesh being stitched back together. You hear a gasp, you hear a finally.
And then it's just titles, and it's the bigger book of sexy delights. How do we manage to do a sequel? Fucking what?
We didn't have to, but you said A4. And now we're here.
Oh!
That, and you know what?
That's
over the
noise.
titles, that's what you hear. You just hear a oh!
Yeah, explosive climaxes. And oh god, this is going to be a hard one to edit. Kate's like, why are you watching all these videos? So I need sound grabs. For the pod. Oh Okay, cool. That's our opening scene. Fantastic, Murray. That's our opening scene and our title. Let's see what curveball we've been given by the Wheel of Doom. Last people on Earth.
Okay.
Act 1.
I think it jumps ahead in time. Okay. And I think it's not actually the Smithsons that we're following. I think it's like the great-great-great-grandchildren of the Smithsons who have had this book handed down to them through generations. And they have kind of become like the de facto sexy like people.
Okay.
You know, like it's like a family history of being like sexual icons.
Right.
Almost like the idol business, you know, but it's like a family, I guess. As they kind of become of legal age, they get handed the book, and the book takes them on a journey. Do you know what? It's Danny DeVito's fucking sex cult. That's what it is.
Well, I have a proposition for you here.
Okay.
Because the log line is about the sex shop. So my proposition is that the family lineage of the Smithsons is this like sex shop of the occult. If you think of like how the shop that the Gremlins were bought from, like that type of oddities shop, but it's a sex shop.
Okay, we can either do... Okay. What if it is the great-great-grandchildren who go to this sex store in the... You know, they're the last people when they kind of rediscover and then the sex store disappears? What if that does happen in the future?
So the grandchildren are married because they're a marital couple going through troubles that go to a sex shop?
No, I think
Are we making incest again?
No. Play the Pornhub.
Can we stop? Can we stop?
No. It's not the marriage of the grandchildren. It would be like the firstborn son inherited this book and is with his wife from a totally different fucking gene pool. And they're the ones having the marital issues.
Okay, great. Yep, I'm with you on that. So they're having marital issues because they're the last people on Earth. And they squabble non-stop. So, okay, they are walking down a deserted city street, like crumbling buildings and whatnot. It's just the two of them walking. And the man is humming to himself as he walks. And the woman is like 5-6 steps behind him, not walking with him. She goes, oh, always with that tune. Always with the tune. The same tune. From the same man. She's bitter and resentful at this situation.
I actually couldn't tell. And then you hear Danny pipe up from the man's hands and be like, "It's a good tune."
Sounds just like Danny DeVito.
Thank you. I don't actually know how to do a Danny DeVito voice, so it's my interpretation.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I wouldn't be able to either.
With Danny's name on it.
Yes, the role of Danny DeVito will be played this evening by Murray Curtis.
A show tune in this trying time. Is that closer?
Yeah. So I started singing. Bam, bam, bam. Yeah, he's humming and he is just like flicking through the book then. So Danny's like talking to him because he's holding the book.
Yeah,
Danny's 100%. Not like...
I think he never lets go of the book.
Okay. So they walk in, he's humming. What's his response to his bitch of a wife having to go at him? Wait, I'm being judgy. We don't know. Are we making her that character? No, we're not. I take it back. His nagging wife.
I think he is the problem.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm good with that. What's his retort?
You know, if you just let me do chapter 69, things would be a little bit different. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is, if you try it one time, maybe you'll like it.
She stops walking in her place and goes, I wouldn't mind so much if chapter 69 was about 69ing, but it's about fucking erotic asphyxiation. It was right there. It was right there for the authors. Chapter 69. It's fucking trash. And she walks past. She's like, storms past, like in a hurry.
She's like, hey, it's not my fault they stitched it back in the wrong order.
I like that. That's a good shout.
Jerry puts a hand on Xena's shoulder and goes, look, I know it's in the wrong order, but I really think it would be breathtaking.
She goes, yes, because you insist on being the one on top.
And you can still choke me from below.
Oh yeah, it's not 69ing, is it? It's autoerotic asphyxiation. Yeah, they really put the book... Okay, yeah, they've really assembled the book back incredibly badly, right? So the chapters will be like autoerotic asphyxiation, but it talks about like water work, like piss play, and like little snippets of hand jobs and all these different things. It's all mixed up in the book. Is the problem with it since it's been reconstructed, right?
Like it's full of all of the internet's porn.
Yes. It's like all of it. That's why it's the bigger book, but it's all been assembled like really shoddily since it got put back together, and it's worn and older again now. And Jerry says to Xena, "Look, okay, we don't have to try it today, or maybe tonight, maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow morning. We'll have a shower, see how we're feeling. But I know that this is important. We just have to get to Pa's shop. I know the answers will be there."
Sure, Jerry, whatever you say. And where the fuck are we going to find a shower?
And then Danny DeVito's voice comes in and goes, "You have the showers inside you all along, kids. Undo them flies."
They both at the same time go, "Shut up!"
I really enjoy already that this is like almost like a road trip kind of movie, but
it's The Last of Us.
Danny DeVito's character in this one is less of like an otherworldly amazing creature and more like an annoying companion on the journey. Like they're not blown away by him or in awe of him in this version of the movie.
Yeah, well, he's
you know what I mean? Like
weird. He's like put back together weirdly. I was joking about The Last of Us, but I think it might actually be The Last of Us, but more like Silent Hill 2, where, you know, like the monsters are a reflection of his like sexual repressment, whatever that, right? So they're like these weird monsters that are like legs, like sexy legs in stocking, and like nurses, like zombie nurses, and it's actually the design is incredible. The whole thing is about how like his like overt sexualization of his dead wife is like manifested by these kind of like monsters. I think in this it is that. I think maybe there's monsters. Maybe there's like sex monsters.
I'm with you on this, and I'm gonna throw you. I'm gonna shoot for the stars with this comment. I'm gonna say that the apocalypse was caused by the book in some way.
Agreed.
Or the Smithson family.
Oh.
And the apocalypse is legitimately everybody going fuck crazy. So I think that like anything left over is like savagely horny fucking people.
Okay. I have a pitch for you.
Let's hear it.
Planet of the Apes.
Dr. Zayas.
Go on.
The curveball was the last people, right? So maybe they're the last like people in terms of a civilized sense. Like how we look at people in terms of civility. And the rest of the planet is like Planet of the Apes style savage beast, like interpretation of human.
Right. Just sex. Like
just
sex.
Yeah, like sex monkeys.
Right, but it's almost like, how about like over time they've started to like devolve in a way. So like the horny nurse outfit and stuff like that, there's no sort of connection between where that came from. So like medicine and doctors and nurses and none of that is really a thing to what's happened to humanity, but the costumes are. You know what I mean? Like that's like the remnants of civilization.
Maybe they should still be like communicating and talking and like a semblance of community or a semblance of like society.
Sure, if you want.
Okay, I think the next scene is them kind of coming over the crest of a hill and they're like walking down a hill and they're kind of like bantery back and forth, like sassy, like get over yourself, and Danny's kind of like interrupting, and then they hear some like noises in the distance and they freeze, and then they just like scramble into the bushes, and the whole tone of the movie kind of changes.
Shifts.
Yeah, and they're just like shh, shut up. And then they're like in the bushes, and Danny goes to make a comment, and they literally like hold their hand over the book, and it's like they close it.
Yeah, and their hands connect as they do it. Like their hands are touching each other as they shut the book.
And they quickly look at each other. There's like a moment where they look at each other in the eyes, and then
split second. Yeah,
they pull their hands back, and they actually drop Danny on the ground. I'm just calling him Danny, but I can't remember what his name is. I guess the book. They dropped the book.
The book. Yeah, I don't think we ever named him. He was just the Book of Sexy Delights the whole time. Oh, by the way, everybody go back and listen to that episode.
100%. It's going to make a lot more sense.
We're just launching in. And we'll explain it through flashbacks in Act 2, maybe. We'll see how we go. But in this moment of Act 1, I think that they need to have a brief exchange, like, who is it? Like, what do we see? And Jerry's like, shh. And he just goes, oh my God, I knew we'd encounter them. She goes, who? It's the ass bandits. And it's like, assless chap, like a group of raiders.
But they're not wearing anything under the arseless? Are they just like completely naked? Like the arseless chaps is all they're wearing? And then it's just genitals hanging out? Yes. Oh my God, are we making a sexploitation movie? You're like,
I mean,
like Barbarella or like, those...
Which is hilarious because the first one we didn't get too graphic with it. We're always like, it cuts away just when all this stuff happens. And we've literally opened on fucking... And we've got a civilization based on fucking that they're trying to explore. Oh my God. Okay, great. Yeah, so there's got to be like a scene with raiders coming in, and I'm going to vote that
I think you're right. The raiders are in like arseless chaps, genitals out, but their faces are covered.
Great. I love that. By like ball gags. They've all got ball gags on.
I was just thinking like a handkerchief, like Western style, and they're wearing like cowboy hats.
Nah, it's ball gags, and all they can do is grunt at each other, and there's one, like, tall, very strong woman with a whip who doesn't have a ball gag, and she leads them, like, at a pack of hounds, almost.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
I hate this so much. Carry on. Please, tell me what happens next.
They elude them. They got to elude them in this scene. I'm not going to throw us into anything, but it's just to establish this world that we were talking about.
Yeah, I think they kind of creep through the bushes to get past them as these people kind of go down the track. I almost see them like marching like Roman soldiers.
Okay, sure. With the ball gags and assless chaps. Okay, great.
Yeah, and their leader almost being like carried on like a palanquin. Is that what you call them?
Palanquin? Yeah, I know the word you're talking about, so that works for me. Yep.
Something like that.
Okay. Where else for Act 1? Can we make an act? Let's not be old us. Let's actually get somewhere. What happens after they elude them?
Okay, yeah.
Is it getting dark?
I think it does, yeah. They probably set up a camp and we get this kind of like, I think what we get is this like Western vibe. I think it's like, this is almost like a Western movie, right? Like on the run, trying to get to a certain location, all these kind of almost like bounty hunters out for them. Actually, you know what? I think that's what it is. Maybe they end up like in a town and they pretend to be one of the like horned up people, and maybe they get caught out and then they have to kind of go on the run and there's a bounty put on them. But I think immediately after that, what happens is they lose the book.
Okay. Was the book navigating them to the shop, maybe then? Like, that's why they need to carry it to the shop?
Oh,
like, Danny remembers where it is? Yeah. From the before time or some shit like that?
Yes.
Let's lock it in. Let's lock that in. That's good. Okay.
Like, they have to get him to that shop for a reason.
Well, you can't make sense of the book without what they think is the shop. Like, they think, for whatever reason that we haven't established, they're going to get the book to the shop and then things will make sense. Because the book is broken and scrapped together and talking nonsense. So it's like, he knows that if we get him to the shop, it'll make sense then and we can fix this. You know what I mean? That kind of mentality. Book of Eli type story.
Yeah.
It's Book of Eli, but Denzel's got his dong out the whole time. That's basically what we're doing.
Thank you for finally allowing me to rant.
Yeah,
he uses his dick as a blind person's stick. What are they called? A blind person's stick. Fuck me. What's it called?
A walking stick.
It's not a walking stick.
Isn't it?
Surely it's not a walking stick.
Okay.
It's that.
But he's more like Daredevil.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, great.
Okay,
that's the vibe we're going for. So
yeah. I think in the kind of shootout, they get into this town, they get caught out, they have this massive like Western shootout to get out of this town, and they lose him. They get out they manage to get out, and then they realize the book is gone. And the sheriff? No, the saloon's maitre d', who is the sheriff,
makes sense.
Picks up the book and is like, interesting.
Well.
What a delightful book I found.
And as she says that, then a waiter comes up who has a huge strap on. No, two strap-ons. Just dual-wielding dildos, like twin sticks. You know those things people fight with? Daredevil. Yeah. We're going back to that. He comes in with two dildos and he's sweating. He goes, ma'am, they got away.
What do you mean they got away?
And then he looks really, like, sheepish. And he glances at her hip and there is, like... one of those, like, kaiju dildos there. Like, you know the ones that are, like...
yes.
Pain? He just glances warily at it and says, there was an incident. Old McCree in the general store, he got too horned up. He propositioned them for a three-way, and they said no. That's how we knew who they were. It ended up messy.
You let the only two vanillas left in the world just walk out of our ice cream store. Is that what you're telling me?
They didn't necessarily walk out. We may have a bigger problem. And then she looks over his shoulder at the door, and there's like people screaming whatever, and as she barges out, there was a water tower, but instead of water it was lube, and it's been knocked over. Like the whole area is all like lubed up, and people are like slipping and sliding over each other. And she goes, looks like it's gonna be a dry summer.
And the jewel wielder gasps, and we just crash zoom in on their face as they're like,
yeah, she says it's gonna be a dry summer as she picks up the like rifle holds the kaiju dildo.
Yes, the penis sniper.
Yeah, it squirts. Yeah, she cocks it.
It shoots aphrodisiacs. Oh my god, it shoots aphrodisiacs. It's almost like a paintball gun.
Amazing. Oh god. Okay, that's how we end Act 1. That's the end of Act 1 there. So Act 2, we're gonna go off with Act 2. We've got to pick up from the couple, the non-horned up couple.
The double V.
The vanillas. I like that. As they're like escaping, like they're sort of trekking through darkness away from the town. They're going to have a squabble over who dropped the book, who gave them away. It was your fault. You dropped the book, is what Jerry says to Xena.
I dropped the book. You never let go of the book. How am I meant to drop something out of your hands?
I let go of it for 2 seconds. 2 seconds.
So what you're telling me, Jerry, what you're telling me is that you dropped the book.
No.
You let go of it for 2 seconds. Do you know what that is, Jerry? Do you know what that's called? It's a 4-letter word. It starts with a D and ends in a P. Drop!
Rip? Ah! Yeah, Jerry's also stupid, but I think that we play into that. She's the brains of the operation. And he goes, no, I didn't drop it. I tried to pass it to you, and if it wasn't for the amount of lube in that town... Look, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He said it was this way. We keep going this way.
Yeah, you would say that it's somebody else's fault because it wasn't wet enough. Yeah, typical Jerry. That rings a bell. That sounds familiar. That sounds like a conversation we've had before in the past, doesn't it? Weird, I'm getting deja vu.
So am I. Maybe if you read chapter 69 with me, things wouldn't have been so dry.
You know what, Jerry? I'm willing to do it now. How about I choke you to death right now? I'm happy to do it.
No, she dives at him. She like proper, I think, I see that, like, I'm gonna do it right now! And she jumps at him and actually starts choking him. And they're rolling, and he gets hard.
Yeah, he's like a little too into it. And she's actually trying to kill him, and he's kind of like, this is sexy. And then she clocks that he thinks it's sexy and is immediately disgusted and is like, you know what? It doesn't work if you want it. You know what? This doesn't work. And she walks off.
In the opposite direction they meant to go.
Great.
Yeah, she goes just like a random fucking direction. And at that point in time, I'm going to say that he dusts himself off and sighs and goes in the direction that they were going in originally. We're going to split the party up at the start of Act 2 is what we're going to do.
Yeah. And he
Fantastic.
makes a little comment under his breath and he's just like, 30 seconds. Just 30 seconds longer. She can wait 30 seconds.
Incredible. Okay, great. Okay, so we've come. Fuck me. We had 3 characters together to start with in Act 1, and now each of them is split.
It's like cool. It's like a real movie.
Okay, on that note then, I think the most important thing to put in here now is the people of that town are sending out a bounty hunter after them. After the vanillas.
Yes.
If you want Western, this type of we need a chase, a hunter type in this. Yeah, am I wrong?
So this is what I'm thinking. This is the next series of scenes. Jerry goes in one direction, Xena goes in the other, and the book is with the maitre d'. I think that's actually her name. I think that's like her title as well.
No, it's May Trudy.
Trudy.
May Trudy. Yeah.
May Trudy, incredible.
It writes itself.
I think the bounty hunter sees them separate and
he's already following.
I think maybe already following, or like catches up at the last minute, or sees like the 2 like sets of footprints and follows Xena.
Yep, 100%. Yes.
Ends up following Xena, and then I think Jerry is like comes into kind of like a roadblock. There's like another legion kind of like marching through. I think Jerry goes to get through and Jerry gets caught by the legion and imprisoned. Okay,
and then from there, is he gonna? We'd have to have like an interrogation scene or a moment with the dominatrix leader of the Legionnaires questioning him.
Yes, 100%.
Someone so small and feeble walking through these parts. That type of thing happens here.
Yeah,
so that all happens.
Okay, so Jerry gets taken to the maitre d'.
Oh, back to the town.
Is that what you're saying? Is that or are they being interrogated by the Legion?
By the Legion. The Legion's dominatrix leader is separate to the maitre d', right? The maitre d' runs the town, and the Legionnaires are out and about doing their own thing. It's almost like we have factions in this landscape at the moment. We've introduced 2 so far.
So the Legionnaires are not a part of the maitre d's.
Not affiliated. Yes. And do you know what happens is like the dominatrix is gonna like whip him or something, and he gets panicked. He like starts to cry almost, like freaked out, and then she goes, "The legends are true. You're a vanilla." Like that's like that scene needs to be a moment of that. And then I almost want to put to you that the bounty hunter is not working for the maitre d' of the town. I want a 3rd faction in this.
Yes.
So a scene with Xena in danger from an animal that is somehow also horned up.
So everything on the planet is horned. Okay,
sure.
I hate it.
Why not?
Great.
Like I feel like
it's the scene from The Revenant, but X-rated.
Whoa, no, we're not going that far. I was thinking more like I was thinking more like
they're the words that came out of your mouth, baby.
Little blue pills have polluted like rivers and lakes and stuff like that. So the wildlife has also been affected by this change in the environment in the world.
Okay,
right?
But let's make it more of a spell and less of like Danny DeVito is Heisenberg.
Because they're blue pills, it's blue crystal. Yeah, great. He is the one who fucks.
You know what? Okay, that she comes across this animal and has this like moment where it starts chasing her. She's running through the forest, and then we'll come back to the resolution of that because I know you've got something. But we cut to maitre d', who is with the book that I'm just going to call Danny. Canonically has given her the book the name Danny, and is stroking Danny and kind of singing a little song being like, "Oh, little Danny, give me the pills." and then just starts shaking the book.
Oh.
And he...
Yep, okay.
And he's like, no, I won't do it.
Ah, so you do talk. Even more interesting.
No, I don't talk.
He goes, how about I make you sing? And she like strokes down the spine of the book. She's horned up. Everyone's horned up.
Doesn't feel that great.
I know you know where the pills are, little Danny. And I know you know that I know you know. I don't know where I'm going with this, by the way. I'm just trying to...
He says, wait. Just, could you do that again? I'm the one that always, people read me and then they do, but no one ever me, He's kind of stammering.
She's turning through the pages as he's talking and says, people read you, yes, but... And then she tosses him down on the table and goes, you're unreadable in this state. So you need to start talking. And then she reaches into her belt and she pulls out like a stick with a feather attached to the end of it, like a tickler. And goes, there are ways to make you talk. And leans towards him. Feather was one of the words. Ding. I was like, sex, feathers and sex. Great. Tickle play. That's a thing.
Do you know what? He is the least refined version of himself, so tick. There's
oh
your
my
other
god,
word.
they're trying to refine. Yep, great. Fucking hell. That's two on the nose. My feed-in of feather was quite natural. I just had to draw attention to the fact of how good a job I did of it, alright? That's what that was. Great. It's gonna cut back to...
She leans down. You need to talk. Yeah, okay, carry on. We cut back to where?
Let's just say... It cuts back to the bounty hunter watching Xena struggling to survive. She's like up in a tree and there's like these like feral animals like roaming around her and some sort of scene like that. He is going to distract them with like edible underwear that he like slingshots past them and distracts them. They all run away after the edible
so
underwear.
They don't actually have real weapons in this world? He's not just like a 6-piece shooter and just blows them away?
Everyone's horny. Why would they want a gun? You can't do anything with that. At least,
That's true.
You can wear edible underwear. You can eat edible underwear. Animal. It's this smart. Fuck you. Gets rid of the animals.
Do the animals all start tumbling with each other?
Yeah, they eat the... Some of them put the underwear on. These,
oh my god, incredible. Is it? I think it should be like it's a little... you know what? The bounty hunter like pulls a pin out of this like hand grenade and throws it. And it like pops like a firework, but all this like smoke and stuff comes out, and the animals like breathe it in, and then that's when they start tumbling with each other.
Love it. And there's a couple of edible panties in there just to help.
Yes, panties first to distract them. That's like the bait, and then he throws the grenade onto the bait.
Love it. Okay, cool. And then he reaches up to her in the tree and goes, "Come with me if you don't want to fuck."
And she's, I will do no such thing. I don't come with strange men.
I have a feeling you don't come with any.
She kind of is like, but then slides down out of the tree. Ungracefully.
Oh, okay, cool. So she's not like proper, she's still a bit, she's an average Joe, average Jill.
Yeah.
Say.
Okay,
great.
I think maybe she eats it on the way down. She's kind
of... Does she take his hand? No, she stacks it. Okay, great. Yeah. He doesn't move to pick her up and just looks at the boars. I'm going to say they're boars that are doing all that, like the animals that we talked about.
Yeah, boars, deers, bears, birds.
Yeah, nature.
Mushrooms.
And he says, we have about 3 minutes before they recharge. We should probably get to safety. And he sort of awkwardly gestures for her to lead the way back in the direction she came from. We'll say back the way she came.
She kind of stands and brushes herself off. She doesn't have a choice, so she just walks in that direction.
I have heard tales of you and your husband's travels.
Yeah, what have you heard?
I think I've heard of the Vanillas. I've I know of the Smithsons and who your family was in the before time.
I'm not like my parents. Because Jerry's the married in.
Yeah, that's... No, but your husband is.
Yeah, well, it's not like I chose him. Because it's an arranged marriage.
Okay, sure. And he says, no, but he chose your family.
She stops and thinks about it, like she's had some kind of realization. He did choose my family, didn't he?
There's not many men that would take the name of their brides.
Yeah, I suppose not. Speaking of, what's your name, stranger?
Or my name. My name is... Fuck you, give me a name again, you piece of shit.
Gerald.
Gerald?
Smithson.
Go on.
Because he's Jerry's brother.
Wait, well, it wouldn't be Smithson then. Hang on.
That's true. It wouldn't be. It would be whatever Jerry's other name is. Well, it's canon now, I guess. But it's because he's her brother. There we go. I think he's wearing a bandana over his face.
Absolutely,
and he pulls it down to reveal his actual face. And she stops.
And it's the same as Xena's. Twins.
Twinsies. And she's like...
Yep.
And just gives him a big hug.
No, she goes to give him a big hug, and then she sort of stops because she remembers what the planet's like.
Oh, she can't hug her brother.
And he looks at her and goes, no need to worry. And he ding, 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 like pats at his crotch and clangs. And he goes, I lost it just after the event. It's safe. And he puts his arms out and they have a hug.
You made him a eunuch?
Yeah. I was trying to think of like why this we've assumed he's a bounty hunter.
Yes. Far. Yes.
He's actually just been tracking Jerry and Xena to help them.
Yes.
And in the before time, he was a marriage counselor. And he goes, so tell me about this feud. And he puts on a pair of glasses and gets out a little tabby.
So he's gone from like rugged man to like super nerdy.
Yeah, as soon as he takes off the bandana, he turns into like a psychiatrist. And they start walking and talking. And the general climax of that scene, is he says, so it sounds to me like your grief with Jerry is more the grief with us, with the Smithsons. He just wanted to make you and us proud, which is what he's still trying to do, in his own way.
And yet the Smithsons are the only ones on the planet who didn't get horned up. Everybody else is living the Smithson dream, except the Smithsons.
I believe Jerry can fix that, which is why I've tried to find you both. Where did he go?
Back to Dad's shop.
And he takes his glasses off, goes, we might be too late. And then we go to the next scene. Yeah, fantastic. We're going to cut back to Jerry at this point, who needs to arrive at the shop area and needs to like look. He's looking around. There's all like dilapidated buildings and all like broken down rusted cars and like proper apocalypse stuff. And the shop is there in the distance. And
wait, this is Jerry?
Yep. And he says,
Bastard.
We made it. And the dominatrix is next to him and says, well, now what? And all the Legionnaires are lined up. And he says, I had partners that got me this far. I'm not too sure anymore. And she goes, lovers? And he sort of looks down and goes, once upon a time? Some of the Legionnaires like crying. And she goes, well, we fight for love. That is what we do. You don't abandon love. That is why we are together. And then a few of the Legionnaires start whacking off. And then so he goes,
I've got something I need you to help me with. And they approach the shop. What's the name of this Legionnaire ruler? What's her name?
Dominica Traxia. I don't fucking know. Why
Dominica.
do you give names
Thank
to
you.
me?
Dominica.
Movie names, characters. I can't fucking do it.
Dominica, great. Okay, so Dominica just like rips the door off. I think Dominica's quite strong.
Yes.
Rips the door off. And Jerry like crawls into this like abandoned facility, but then it's like really nice on the inside. It's like the outside world hasn't penetrated this shop, and it was maintained its appearance this whole time. It's weird that it's in such good condition. And he's like going through, and the Legion are coming, and they see this like intact treasure trove of sexual delights. None of it has been used. It's not being recycled.
Yep.
It's not being handed down. It's no heirlooms. This is all brand new, right?
This ain't your grandmother's dildo, for example. This is still in a box.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. the family vibrator. These all still have batteries. So they're all kind of distracted and like wowed. And Jerry kind of like crawls through and escapes and makes it into the office. And there is this old looking chest, like something you would expect to be in a church or a preacher's office, right?
Yep.
And cracks it open, and inside there's just like a multitude of famous books. There's one that's got like a stitched face on it. Looks very much like the Necronomicon. He's like, no, throws it away. There's other books. He's digging through.
Yes.
There's all these like
Diary of Anne Frank.
yeah, and then but there's also like references to like a whole bunch of different like movies and stuff. The Mask. They pull out like The Mask, and he's like,
Yep.
throws that away. Jumanji, exactly. And then pulls out another book. And it looks exactly like Danny, but it's clean and safe and neat. And it's the big book of Vanilla Delights.
Oh my god.
End the act.
That's where we end the act.
It is the refined version of Danny. Tick. End the act.
Oh, yeah. Act 3, Murray. We're getting to the pointy end of the stick now, and we've got many loose threads to tie up. So please start to tie.
I think Act 3 opens with Jerry. I also love that it's Jerry and Gerald. Side note. Perfect, no notes. Jerry comes out and he's holding the Book of Vanilla. And immediately there's tension, and the Legionnaire's like, freeze! And he's like, no, it's okay. I think this will solve everything.
When he says that, as he's saying that, he's actually now dressed in a priest's robe.
Oh.
As he says that and he's holding it, he does like a hand up and says, be calm now, be still. And as he says that, the pages of the Book of Vanilliness start flapping and swirling violently, and they all kind of go like that, and oh no, they start speaking in tongues. They start speaking like whatever the tongues, you know what I mean? Yeah. You know exactly what I mean. Yeah. Preachers and whatnot. Yeah. And then they blink away and sort of look at each other and start to try and cover themselves, like they're now ashamed of their sexual nature. In this moment. And
Jerry says, we need to bring this back to the book, to the other book. The books must meet. They must collide. In the back is a treasure trove of, call them weapons, whatever you want.
Oh my god, fucking amazing.
Each person in this room should grab one. We're taking the war to them.
Incredible. Okay. So from a lore perspective, I think that May Trudee's town is like the biggest settlement in this area. Like that's the hub.
Yeah.
And it's a bit feral outside from that. So that's where they're taking the war. As Gerald and Xena are coming back up the path, they're almost all going to converge. Yeah? Is that where you're seeing this go?
Yeah. And I think Dominica takes the mask.
Somebody stop me! Starts spinning and shit. She's in a yellow suit, green face, the works.
Because like in the comics, the mask is like weirdly sexual. And also like very violent.
So this totally works.
Totally
I don't know why New Jerry's okay with that, but we'll that's neither here nor there. One of them has the Jumanji board game, and they're like releasing fucking animals, like herds, like stampede.
Okay, hold
and,
this.
Like,
yes. I think we should. I think we should deal with each of these elements as the scenes come. Yeah.
Okay, great. So, final act of the movie is going to be them all convening just outside of May Trudy's town then. They're going to stand off there because she's got the book there. They're all making their way back to the town.
Yeah, I actually think there's a messenger. There's like a spy maybe in the Legionnaire, and they get to them in time so that they can like build up fortifications and stuff.
Yeah, rad. And he arrives like all vanilla and like Bible, so they're really like scared. Like, oh my god, what have they done to you, Billy?
Plain tee and jeans and sneakers. That's it.
Yes. And a bum
it doesn't
bag.
necessarily have to be Christian. It just has to be like very generic.
Vanilla. Yeah. And he's got like a mobile phone holster with a broken mobile phone in it. You know, like a hip holster.
And he has like the Mark Zuckerberg lizard haircut.
Incredible. Great. That's what all the Legionnaires look like that now. They look like dads.
Just like Zuckerberg. Like tech nerds.
Yeah, they tech nerds and like suburban dads basically is what they look like. It's like the most far away from sex as you can get. Okay, so they're all getting back. May Trudy has fortified the town, and I'm gonna say that she must have like a vantage point. Maybe she's like in the gates to the town, like watching over, like some scene out of Troy, you know, like with all the soldiers going out, and she's like over there watching them all. And then Jerry's gonna rock up with the new book, the New Testament, and is gonna be out the front of the gates with his legion. And May Trudy is all at the defenses with all of theirs, and you've just realized something. And I got nothing past setting up this visual. You got nothing?
Relevant. It's not relevant.
Okay. They're doing that, and I guess...
That's so desperate to tell you, but it doesn't matter.
The battle commences. With the legions trying to storm the gates, and the group are like pouring lube onto the floor. Oh no, they're out of lube. They can't do that anymore. So they're pouring like candle wax, and they're dropping like anal beads on the ground, and they're all slipping over. Like they're trying to stop the gate.
I've got it. I know what it is. It's the two towers. That's what it is. That's what we're doing, right? Fortified defense, and like Jerry's, the orc army, like the vanilla orc army rocking up trying to blow like a hole in the the grate to get them in, right? Which you should know what is coming then. And who rocks up at the end of that battle from the side?
Yes. So is Gandalf Gerald or Xena? Which one of them is Gandalf? And are they riding on the boars? Like
yes!
They tamed some of the
fucking...
fucking...
the answer is yes.
Yeah. They've got like a stick with the edible underwear in front of them, like guiding the boars.
Yes, 100% that. Okay. So there's like this big extended war at the front of of May Trudy trying to defend, which I guess in her mind is a bit of a utopia, because I think there's liberation, right? I think there's actually like a lot of positivity and stuff, even if the book is corrupted. And so any kind of corruption that exists, I think, is a result of the book not being put back together properly. Okay.
Yep.
Versus this like vanilla orc army with tons of like movie reference superpowers. Like the mask, and just like absolutely like tearing through town, like creating Gatling guns and like And then I think someone has like a Jason mask and the knife like running through, or like a Scream mask or something.
It's all like forbidden and like cursed items, essentially. It's what that always was.
Necronomicon,
So
raising the dead.
You can throw in there. Yep. But the dead are again like dad bod and like, you know, oh hey Tony, how you going? Lawns are looking good this year, buddy. Like all stuff. You want to come around for a barbecue?
It's Army of Darkness style humor. Yeah.
So good. Okay, cool. So that's all happening.
And then I think it's like Darkest Hour. It's like Trudy's about to lose. The gates have been breached. Everybody's kind of like becoming vanilla. And then
Jerry's like blessing everybody, like kind of blasting them as they go. As he approaches, more and more vanillites are being formed.
Vanillites is incredible. I love that so much. And then kind of like through a dawn, like a new dawn, the clouds part and the heavens kind of come down, and it's just Xena on a boar with Gerald as well.
Yeah, but it's the same sort of visual because they've got a pack of boars. So as much as no one else is riding on them for like backup, like in Two Towers, but it's the same. They come riding down a hill.
100%, exactly that. Yeah, and they kind of storm through. And I think the vanilla magic powers don't work on the boars because boars are angry as shit when they're vanilla. So they still get vanillaed, but they're still like angry war machines because boars hate the fucking universe. And so they that's what allows them to barrel through because the magic doesn't affect them.
Yep. Love that.
And then
they're still hungry. So edible food, like in front of them.
This whole like fight is happening.
Sexual or not.
And I think Jerry comes face to face with the maitre d' and Xena. One book on either side, and there's this like epic showdown between the two. I love it.
They're almost like blasting each other with like waves, but nothing's getting through. But Xena is there, and she's getting flipped back and forth. It's because it's like a blast, maybe. Like, she's getting blasted by the book, and she's fighting it because she's a Smithson.
But she doesn't have a book to protect her, which is why May Trudy is remaining whole, and why Jerry is remaining whole, because they both have books. Mm-hmm. And she's like twisted up, and she's like, "Let go, Jerry! It's not the way!" And then she'll like snap, and she'll be like, "Oh, I love what you're doing, Jerry. Keep it up.
You look so powerful."
Yeah. And like her identity is being completely scrambled, I think, as she's like absorbing more and more of both of the magics.
And then Gerald steps in, and none of the magic affects him because he has no sex drive. So it's just washing over him. And he's going to say, "You've joined our family. You became a part of our family. And this is not what the Smithsons should do. We tried this, and look what it caused. It's time to put the books down."
He's going to look at Jerry, and he's going to be like, "Everyone has a right to choose." And then I think he's just going to crack him in the side of the face.
Oh, he's going to knock out Jerry?
Yeah.
Gerald knocks out Jerry?
Gerald knocks out Jerry, and the vanilla book goes flying in the air. And May Trudy kind of like unintentionally flinches, and the two books hit each other in the air and resonate and vibrate, and there's this huge energy as they like... And then the vanilla book explodes. And all the like pieces come back down. And as the pieces come down, we reveal the big Book of Sexy Delights has been reverted back to its original form, its vanilla form. It is, the stitching and stuff has gone away. It has been refined back to its natural state.
And with that, everybody else did as well. And then May Trudy has a bit of a freak out because choice is bad, and the option to be vanilla is not good for anyone, and we should all be this way. And it's about her control over the situation and manipulating people's arousal to have ruling of the town. And Gerald has some significant moment to her to say, no, it's not all about that. Life is about choice and about decisions.
It's a repeat of the first movie. I think it's the exact same thing. Everybody
same
has
message.
a choice.
Yeah, 100%. And then Danny DeVito pops up and goes, oh, it's good to be whole again. Speaking of holes, and then sings a little musical number to close it out. And Gerald picks up Jerry, who's like stirring on the ground, and goes, good to see you again, old friend. And Jerry's like, Gerald, what? We thought that you turned like everyone else. And Jerry goes, no, I'm Smithson. I'll never turn. And besides, I have a lot of work to do with you and your wife. And because he's a marriage person.
Yeah.
And then they all song and dance ends, and then it ends with Jerry, Gerald, and Xena walking Danny back to the shop where he came from. They've got like a cart with all of the items again. And they go and like they put all the things back, and then as
The shop is gone, isn't it?
well, as Jerry and Xena leave, the shop disappears
Yes.
out as they're walking away, so they don't see that.
It like our Rocky Horror Picture Shows.
Yeah, there you go. Great.
There's actually an after credit scene of Xena approaching a cabin. There's this cabin that's kind of tucked away. She's all like Western style. She's got the spurs and it's like clacking on the ground, creaks, and she opens it up and she pulls open the door, and there's an older man sitting at the table, and she comes in and she goes, old timer, I heard you had a scrap. And he gives that face, he goes and looks at her kind of confused, and she pulls out a gun and like clicks it and holds it like at him. It says, I heard you have a scrap, and if you don't give it to me, I'll turn you into one.
I don't know what you're talking about. And she shoots him. Bam.
And then she reaches into his pocket and pulls out a little scrap of the Book of Vanilla, and pulls out of her coat the book, puts it down on the table, and stitches it in. Credits.
Oh my god, what? So she's trying to rebuild the... Oh, dude.
Cabin. Tick. We're out.
That was the bigger Book of Sexy Delights. If any Hollywood executives are listening and want to fund a movie featuring a lube water tower and kaiju dildos, hit us up. Our lines are completely open. We got nothing on. We can make time. We'll make any time you need. If you didn't get a chance to hear the first episode of this franchise in the making, you can actually access it. The Big Book of Sexy Delights is available through our Ko-fi platform, where all our vaulted episodes go. All previous seasons are locked behind the vault. Become a member today, get access to that and a bunch of bonus shit. We do all sorts of little tidbits and bonus business. Oh, that was unintentional. Bonus business. After every episode, we sit down and have a chinwag for 20 minutes to decide, did we really screw this up this week, or did we actually make something good? Who knows? Have to listen to our bonus business episode that's coming up right after this for our members. You can also check out our secondary show, Other Business, which comes out on Thursday, where we talk other things. We talk about a lot of film. In these episodes in particular, most stuff we rip from things or take the piss out of, so Other Business is a chance for us to sit down and have a chat about all that other stuff, because there is no goddamn time in an episode of Scripty Business. Also, head out to our social platforms at Scripty Business, where you can see a bunch of the clips. Obviously, you're probably listening to the audio versions of this. You can see our facial expressions when we start talking about the ass bandits, or the assless chat bandits in this movie, and the realization that we have when, holy shit, it's a sequel. Fantastic. That makes things incredibly hard. Plus, keep your eyes... Plus, we've got our live show coming up, Scripty Business It's Alive, happening in Adelaide on the 23rd of July at the Howling Owl. You can still get tickets. There are a couple of left, a handful, one or two. Head on over to the link in the bio. Subscribe, leave us a review, check us a comment, tell your friends and family to get on this show. But if they're underage, probably skip this episode. That might be safest.
This episode was edited by Luke Wilkinson Turner. The intro music was provided by Facilian Studios. The artwork was made by Justin MacArthur. This has been a Scripty Business production. Talk shit, think quick, and remember, we love you.